Assalamu alaikum. So today we are going to start the abdomen portion, and we will see a brief introduction of the abdomen regarding its walls, cavities, regions, planes and the quadrants. So the abdomen is bound anterior laterally by up the muscular wall. Later we will see in detail about these muscles. Okay. So and superiorly there will be diaphragm. Inferiorly there will be the pelvic muscles, and posteriorly there will be vertebral column. So these are actually the boundaries which are present anterior, posterior, superior and the inferior. Now we will see these also here in the form of a diagram. I will draw here. So let's suppose this is the body. Okay, so at this portion here, this will be diaphragm. What is this? Is diaphragm. Okay, and let's suppose from here onward this will be the pelvic region. From these all will be the pelvic muscles. Okay, so now here there are three cavities. This cavity is thoracic cavity. This whole cavity, it is peritoneal cavity, and inferior to here this will be the pelvic cavity. And here posterior it will be the vertebral column, anterior laterally will be the abdominal muscles, superiorly will be the diaphragm, and inferiorly will be the pelvic muscles. So these are, here we have cleared the boundaries and also the cavities here. Okay, so now we will see the peritoneal cavity, which is the cavity of the abdomen in the detail. So first of all we will see the membrane which is surrounding this peritoneal cavity. It actually has two layers. Okay, the inner layer, it will be called as the visceral peritoneum, which I am showing in this blue color. This will be the visceral peritoneum. Outward to this visceral peritoneum will be another layer that will be called as the parietal peritoneum, which I am showing in the black color. This one will be the parietal peritoneum. Between these two layers, the area which will be present will be named as the peritoneal cavity. This whole area will be termed as the peritoneal cavity. It will contain the peritoneal fluid which will provide its protection, and the amount of that peritoneal fluid is usually 50 to 75 ml. This is the usual amount of the fluid present in this peritoneal cavity. And outward to this parietal peritoneum will be a layer of fat or a layer of connective tissues present outward to this. Okay, and these will be termed as the extraperitoneal connective tissue. Extraperitoneal connective tissues. So this is the brief introduction of the membrane. Now you must note that here this visceral peritoneum, it is actually surrounding the organs. This will be surround organs. Okay, and this parietal peritoneum, it will be around the abdominal wall or surround abdominal wall. Like for example, if here is a structure present like this, so this membrane, it will invaginate inward like this, and it will surround that organ. Okay, this visceral peritoneum. Now we will move toward the regions of the abdomen. First of all, I will write it here, regions. So for descriptive purposes there are about 9 regions. of the abdomen. Okay, and these regions, they are used to locate the location of an organ or the pain or the pathology several. Like we have divided the breast into 4 quadrants, same as that we have divided the abdomen into 9 quadrants. And for this division we need 4 planes. Those 4 planes, they will divide the abdomen into 9 quadrants like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. These will be the 4 planes which will divide the abdomen into 9 quadrants: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, in this way we will divide the abdomen. So from these 4 planes there will be 2 vertical plane. This number 1 and number 2, these will be 2 vertical plane. Okay, and there will be 2 horizontal plane. These two, this and this, these are the horizontal planes. Okay, so the vertical planes, they will be subcostal, mid clavicular, and these 2 horizontal plane, one will be the subcostal plane and the other one will be the transtubercular plane. Now we will see these plane here on the body. I will draw a rough diagram. So this is the body. Okay, first of all I will draw the mid clavicular. So they will be at the mid to clavicular. Okay, as we know. So these 1, 2 will be the mid clavicular. Okay, 2 vertical planes, these are the mid clavicular. I will also elaborate mid clavicular. Okay, now 2 horizontal. The first one the subcostal, like this. This is subcostal, and the next one will be the transtubercular, like this. So mid clavicular, it will be present at the mid of the clavicle. This subcostal, it will be present at the level of 10th costal cartilage. Costal cartilage. Okay, and this transtubercular plane, it will be present at the level of iliac tubercle and the L5 vertebra. Means to say, here at these 2 points it will present at the level of iliac tubercle, and midpoint will present at the level of L5 vertebra. So these are the level of these planes, and they are divided into the 9 regions. Now we will name those 9 regions. So this will be the right hypochondrium. So same, this will be the left hypochondrium. Okay, this will be the right lateral, this will be the left lateral, this will be right inguinal, this will be the left inguinal, this will be epigastric region, and this will be the umbilical region, and this will be the pubic region. So these are the 9 regions for descriptive purposes. Okay, now there are some other planes also. We will see 2 of them. Those includes other planes. Those include the transpyloric plane. This transpyloric plane, it is present midway between the manubrium and the L1 vertebra. Midway between manubrium as L1 vertebra, or we can say that at the pylorus, or at pylorus of stomach. So what does this mean? Like the manubrium of the sternum, it is present superiorly, like at this point, and the L1 will be present here. So it will be present in between these two, at the midway, equal distance from these two, like this point. Okay, or we can say here will be the pylorus of the stomach. Pylorus, it is actually a distal part of the stomach, so it will be present at the level of the pylorus of the stomach. And why it is important? Because it is important because it demarcates several structures. So we will see some of those structures here, like it is demarcating the fundus of gallbladder, the neck of pancreas, the origin of the superior mesenteric artery and the hepatic portal vein, origin of superior mesenteric artery and the hepatic portal vein, and also the root of transverse mesocolon, and the duodenojejunal junction, the junction of the duodenum and the jejunum, junction, and the hyla of kidney. It is demarcating the point of all these structures. So that's the second plane which we will discuss here. It will be the interspinicious plane. And this interspinicious plane, it will extend from the one anterior superior iliac spine to the other anterior superior iliac spine. So if we will see these planes here on the diagram, so the transpyloric plane, it will be present a little above to the subcostal plane at this point, and the second one, which was the interspinicious plane, it will be present a little below to this transtubercular plane, as the iliac tubercle is present superficial and the anterior superior iliac spine is present at this level, so it will be present little inferior to this plane. Okay, now we will move toward the quadrants. Okay, like we are dividing the abdomen into 9 regions, similarly we will divide the abdomen into 4 quadrants for descriptive purposes. So first of all, I will write the heading here. So there will be 4 quadrants, and to make these 4 quadrants we require 2 planes. Like one will be the vertical plane and the one will be the horizontal plane, this one. Okay, 2 planes, and from this plane, the vertical plane, it will be the median plane, this one, and the second one plane, it will be the transumbilical plane. So that will be this horizontal plane. Median plane, it will pass from the center of the body, as we all know, and the second one, which is a transumbilical vein. This transumbilical vein, it will pass through the umbilicus, passes through umbilicus, and or we can say that at the intervertebral disc between the L3 and L4, at intervertebral disc between L3 and the L4. This is the level of this transumbilical plane. Now we will see these 4 planes here on the diagram. I will draw a rough diagram of the human body. Okay, so one was the median plane. It will be simply passed from the center of the body like this. Okay, this is the median plane. Okay, now the second one was the transumbilical plane, which will pass from umbilicus. Let's suppose this is the umbilicus, so it will pass from the umbilicus like this in the horizontal. This was the transumbilical plane. Okay, now here we got the 4 quadrants. Those 4, this will be the right upper quadrant, so this will be the left upper quadrant. This will be the right lower quadrant, so this will be the left lower quadrants. Okay, and now to see that which structures are present in the which quadrant, we must see a diagram. So I will now show you that diagram here. See this. Okay, this diagram, you can easily identify that which structure is present in which quadrant. Like if we say that right upper quadrant, so there will be the right lobe of the liver, there will be the gallbladder, there will be the superior part of the ascending colon, the right part of the transverse colon, and the pylorus or the distal part of the stomach. And same we can say with the left upper or the left lower or the right lower quadrants. Thank you.